Greetings of the day, learners. I am Dr. Ganesha Pratap Singh, and we are here to learn something about prepositions. In fact, this is the fifth part of the lecture series on prepositions, and today we are going to study the uses of beside, besides, and by. By, of course, a very popular prominent preposition. So we shall study the uses of by in some detail. So let's begin. Besides, besides, let's begin with beside. So beside, the first use is it is used when something is next to or by the side of the other thing or other person. So he's sitting beside his wife. He's sitting beside his wife. So he, the person, is sitting next to, by the side of his wife, close to his wife, by the side of his wife. The hut is beside the river. So the what is the location of the hut? It is next to the river, by the side of the river. It is by the side of the river. Again, beside can be used to compare things. Beside your earlier performance, this is a vast improvement. So there is comparison between the earlier performance and this performance. So this is a vast improvement. Beside your earlier performance, this is a vast performance. We are comparing things. Beside can also be used when something is not relevant. So we say your argument is beside the point. So it is not to the point. It doesn't deal with the things we are talking about. So your argument is beside the point. It is not to the point. It is not relevant to the point, relevant to the topic, relevant to the theme. So it is beside the point. Now let's move to besides. We often confuse between them, but we must be clear that besides means in addition to. In addition to. So there are six students in the class besides the teacher. In addition to teacher, she knows 400 words besides numerous proper nouns. So she knows 400 words in addition to numerous proper nouns. So she has the knowledge of these 400 words, and in addition to that, in addition to this thing, uh, she has the knowledge of numerous proper nouns also. Now we move to the next preposition, that is by. By. Of course, by is used to tell us about the means of travel, and it is used for general means of travel. Remember, it is used for general means of travel. So you can go to school by bus, by car, by lorry. So the distinction which is often made between in and on as prepositions of transport is not maintained here. By is rather a general means of transport. So by can be used with nouns of vehicles such as car, bus, plane, etc. Or it can be used with nouns of medium, environment, road, sea, air also. So I am going to Agra by bus. I am going to Agra by bus. How? By bus. So it is describing the work, going to Agra by bus. She has been traveling by car. Traveling by car. I love traveling by sea. So nouns of medium. Now here comes the noun of medium. I love traveling by sea. By is also used when a person is treated as an agent. Agent, the work was completed by Mohan. So the work has been completed. The work was completed by Mohan. Mohan is working as the agent. He has completed the work. Agent, you must have recalled passive voice. Shakuntala was written by Kalidasa. So Shakuntala was written by Kalidasa. Shakuntala, the book, was written by Kalidasa. So Kalidasa was the agent. He wrote Shakuntala. So by Kalidasa. So it introduces by, the preposition perceives the agent, the person who is responsible for doing the things. Then by is also used with energy, power, natural phenomena when they are used as agents. Agents, doers. So he was struck by lightning. So lightning is a natural phenomena, but it is working, functioning as an agent. So he was struck by lightning. We are using by before it. Earlier, the streets were lighted by oil lamps. So energy, power, but it is working as agent. Oil lamps are working as agents. So by oil lamps. Again, by can be used to refer to part of one's body or clothes that is touched, grabbed, etc. So Rohan seized him by the collar. By the collar. So this is collar. Collar is part of a cloth. Clothes rather. So by the collar. She caught her by the hair. Part of body that is touched. So she caught her by the hair. Hair is the part of body that is being touched. That's why we use by with the air. Hair. By with the hair. By can also used as a means of doing something. So here the structure is by plus gerund. She earns her bread by singing songs. She earns her bread by singing songs. So how does she earn her bread? By singing songs. So it shows the means. It introduces, it uh, tells us about the means. How she earns by singing songs. Singing songs, this is means. He amuses the kids by drawing caricatures. Drawing caricatures. So how does she amuse the kids? By drawing caricatures. So this is the means. And of course, by plus gerund. It means ing form of the verb. So by sing in the first sentence we have by plus singing, that is gerund form of the verb, and in the second sentence we have by plus drawing, again this is the gerund form of the verb. By can also be used for mode of payments. He gets his salary by check, but remember we make payments in cash or kind. So in sentences like we make payment in cash or kind, we don't use by, but we uh, give someone salary by check. By is also used in the sense of because of, as a result of. The payment was made by mistake. So how did the payment take place? By mistake, as a result of, because of mistake. It was the result of mistake. We can achieve everything in life by willpower, because of willpower. So by in the sense of because of. So we are using by before willpower. It can also be used to denote extent. They won the match by 3 goals to nil. What is the extent? 3 goes to nil. I won the match by 7 runs. What is the extent? By 7 runs. Then by is used, by as a preposition is used to denote profession. She lives by her pen. She lives by her pen. It shows her profession by her pen. He is a lawyer by profession. So, by profession, it denotes his profession. He is a lawyer. He is a lawyer by profession. His profession is denoted with the help of by. The next page tells us that we can use by in the sense of via or through to show route or passage. When we want to tell about the route or passage of something. Meera went to Srinagar by the Jawahar Tunnel. So, what was the route? What was the passage? Through the Jawahar Tunnel. Hmm. He got the promotion by that back door. So, what was the route? By the back door. By can also be used to tell us time and time by clock or watch. What is the time according to according to clock or watch? So it is 6 by my watch, not in my watch, not on my watch. It is 6 by my watch. So we use by while telling time. We use by with watch and clock. Then by can also be used to give us the sense of beside. Beside. He came and sat by his mother. So he came and sat beside his mother, at the side of his mother. My house is by the river, beside the river, near the river, at the side of the river. So by also gives the sense of beside. By also refers to someone's birth, marital status, or profession. So, I am an Indian by birth. So, I am an Indian by birth. By birth. It is telling us about the status of someone's citizenship according to his birth. You are a politician by profession. You are a politician by profession. Profession we have already discussed. This is almost like a repetition. So let's move further. By can also be used to denote time, and time in the sense of not later than, before that point of time, not later than that point of time. So you should finish the work by 8 p.m. It means you should finish the work before 8 p.m., not later than 8 p.m. The work should be completed before 8 p.m. So by 8 p.m. means not later than 8 p.m. They can reach there by tomorrow. So by tomorrow, it means before tomorrow, not later than tomorrow. Tomorrow is the limit, not later than tomorrow. And of course, by is used to denote dimension or size. This room is 10 feet by 20 feet. So in mathematics, we write 10 feet multiplied by 20 feet. And that can also be written in this way, 10 feet by 20 feet, showing the area. Again, it shows the extent of something. The bullet missed him by the fraction of an inch. So what is the extent? By the fraction of an inch. So it denotes the extent. In oaths also, next, in oaths also, we use by. He always swears by God. So swears takes oath by God. She swears by you all the time. She swears by you. He always swears by God, and she swears by you all the time. So in swearing we use by. Then pa, when we pass something, we get we pass something, some object, someone, then we use by. He goes by the milk shop daily. So show she he passes the milk shop daily. So passing by, the sense is of passing by. By is also used in divisions and multiplication of numbers. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So in mathematics, we write 6 and put a sign of division and write an equal to and write 3 equal to 3. But we can write that equation also with the help of by. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Likewise, we can also say 5 multiplied by 6 equals 30. By also can also be used to denote when we want to say that something is taking place or something has taken place in conformity with, in accordance with. So she has acted by the rules. So in conformity with the rules, as per the rules, according to the rules. So she has acted by the rules, in conformity with the rules. She has not acted against the rules. She has not deviated from the rules. She has acted in conformity with the rules. And last but not the least, use is born or begot of. So when we want to refer to something that is born of someone, we can use by. So we have I have put a single example. He had two sons by his first wife. He had two sons by his first wife. So she had got two sons by his first wife. There were two sons born from uh, uh, his first wife. He and his first wife. So we can use by in this sense also. So friends, I think this is more than enough for a single lecture. There we have discussed so many usages of by, including beside and besides, and you must remember the difference between beside and besides. So thank you friends. We will meet again in the next lecture.